Continuing story of Peyton Place. Starring Dorothy Malone as Constance Mackenzie, Ed Nelson as Michael Rossi, Ryan O'Neill as Rodney Harrington, Barbara Parkins as Betty Anderson, Tim O'Connor as Elliot Carson, Christopher Connolly as Norman Harrington, Patricia Morrow as Rita Harrington, James Douglas as Stephen Cord.
Tonight, Lee Weber takes his last few steps on a collision course with the man Martin Peyton has fought for so many years, Leslie Harrington. A few minutes ago, Peyton phoned Harrington here at the mill office and told him that a disturbed and uncontrollable Lee Weber was on his way, determined to kill him. Now, Peyton sits in his house on the hill, awaiting word that will tell him that an enemy is dead, Lee Weber. For it is Lee Weber whom Peyton has set up, a final punishment for the death of Peyton's granddaughter, Ann Howard.
How does it happen that you're not in uniform?
Because I was going off duty later on.
Operator, get me the police.
Yes, sir.
Police department.
Police? This is Leslie Harrington at the Peyton Mills. A man just broke into my office. I shot him. I believe he's dead.
Yeah, we'll be right there.
Yes, thank you. I'll be right here.
Things have settled down to a dull roar out there.
It's money, don't knock it.
Oh, I forgot to give you this. Take it.
$50,000
Yeah, call it a $2 ticket to win.
from Mr. Peyton
You see, you were wrong about me all along.
to Norman and Rita Jacks Harrington.
I got a heart of solid gold.
Real clever. You wait until I get kind of used to the idea of putting up with you, and then you pull a stunt like this.
Well, why not? You think I'm going to mention it when I got my suitcase in my hand?
What are you doing with $50,000?
I'm not doing anything with it. It's in their names, and you got the bank deposit slip.
Where'd you get it?
You can read from Martin Peyton.
Give me one good reason. No, just give me one reason why Martin Peyton would hand over 50 grand to you.
It's to his grandson and his grandson's wife.
What's he paying you off for?
You're a hard woman, Ada.
I want an answer.
And a hard woman isn't a woman.
I still want an answer.
Well, you're not gonna get it.
Then you're not getting a bed under this roof.
I figured it was too good to be true.
I should know by now what you get for letting a small-time crook hang around. Agony, lots of it. Nothing else. What makes you think just because you graduated to the big time that I'd forget?
Man, I bet you'd give Santa Claus a fight.
Santa Claus is a guy with a fake beard. You bet I'd give him a fight. So, you've got a little piece of paper that says the kids have some money stashed away. Great. And you're going to give this little piece of paper to Ada for safekeeping, right? And then, if someone should sneak up behind you in the dark of night looking for this little piece of paper, you'll be clean. What a hero.
Can you keep your mouth quiet for a minute? I want you to have it because I want the deal behind it to start fading away. And all I want the kids to know about is the money, nothing else, okay?
Who is it?
Stephen Cordator.
What do you want?
I want to talk to you and Eddie.
Well, out with it, Counselor. You're making me nervous. But close the door, will you? It's cold outside.
You're clean.
So, what else is new?
I can prove it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, you don't sound too happy about it.
I found your dark-haired girl.
What dark-haired girl?
There was a dark-haired girl came flying out of the Peyton house before I went in. And I mean, she was really flying. Like she was scared. Like somebody was already dead.
Stephen, who was that dark-haired girl?
My wife.
Poor boy.
Ada, I'm off. I'm free. I'm as lily white as the day I was born. Ada, did you hear him? Did you hear him? I'm free. I'm free. I'm free. Oh, you wouldn't kick a saint out of your back room now, would you, baby?
I would if he doesn't behave himself.
Let's go tell Rita. Get your purse, lady. And don't give me any more of your lip.
Hi.
What are you still doing here? You were off duty an hour ago.
Well, I was tired, and it's visiting hours, so I came to visit.
You know, you don't have to entertain me every second of every day. Betty brought me this whole pile of magazines.
Do you want me to leave? Say no.
Do you have anything better to do?
Nope.
Then stay. But only for a couple of minutes, and only if you don't upset me by talking about my father.
You've been eavesdropping. You know, doctors are not supposed to sit on the beds.
Hey, what was your father like?
You know, actually, I came here to see how you were doing.
You did not. You dropped in to talk to me. So talk.
Last night, it snowed another 6 inches, and this morning at 5 o'clock, the snowplow was out under my window.
Dr. Rossi, your father?
Huh?
Your father?
Look, it isn't going to do any good comparing our fathers. I mean, after all, it isn't going to prove anything. My father wasn't anything like your father.
Well, tell me about him anyway.
Well, he was a laborer.
And so he wanted something more for you.
Well, sure. I mean, I was the eldest son. So sure, he wanted something more for me. You know, when I was a kid, he used to save all my drawings, the crayon drawings, you know, and he would stack them up on the kitchen table, and he would examine them, every line, and well, see if I had some normal or instinctive talent that would. Well, I suppose he wanted me to be another Leonardo da Vinci, huh?
Well, what did he decide?
Well, one day I came home with some of the drawings of the other kids, and I'm afraid it was obvious to both of us that it didn't disappoint him. He just shifted into another direction. You know how when you get a little older, you start arguing with your father, and then he heard me arguing out in the street one hot summer night, and in his mind, he started thinking of me as a lawyer.
Oh, I like your father.
Well, he used to cut the newspaper out, clippings of modern trials that were going on at the time. And I suppose in his mind's eye, he saw me as a crusading prosecutor or a Michael Clarence Darrow.
Well, what did he say when you told him you were going to be a doctor?
Listen, would you tell me what the point of all this is?
Just curious.
Well,
Come on, you've already started. You can't stop now.
you're a pest, you know that?
Well, what did he say?
Nothing, really.
Nothing at all?
No, you see, I told him that I had a scholarship to college, and I thought I could get a later one on to medical school, and that in 10 years, I would be a doctor. Well, he listened. And then he turned and went out of the room, and he never spoke to me again.
I don't understand. If he wanted so much for you.
Well, you see, my papa was from the old country, and he had a lot of the old world loves and hates, and his brother, his youngest brother, my uncle, was, well, he died at an early age, you see, with a bursted appendix. Well, my papa could never understand that. There was a doctor there. Somehow he got the idea that the entire medical world was responsible for the death of his brother. I could never get that idea out of his mind. He felt that way up until the day he died.
And when you told him that you had a scholarship.
Well, then I moved out.
You left? How old were you?
Oh, 17.
Oh, that's awful.
Well, not really. I mean, 17 in New York when you're alone. It can be glorious. Besides, you never really remember the bad times. Come in. All right, come on in.
Hi, Doctor.
Hi.
Hi, honey. Where's Norman?
He's working overtime. What are you two doing here at the same time? Who's minding the store?
Jim's looking after things. Your father has something to tell you.
What? Well, if you're not any more interested in that...
Eddie.
Wait a minute. I want you to hear this, too. The murder rap is off.
No.
Well, that's great. What happened?
Well, Cord found a witness who knows that the woman was dead before I went into the house.
A witness? Well, who?
Yeah, well, a dark-haired girl I saw.
Dark-haired? Who was it?
Betty?
Yeah.
Betty? Oh, no. She was just here this afternoon. She left me this pile of magazines, and I knew there was something wrong.
Rita.
Oh, no.
Easy now.
Dad, I'm glad it wasn't you. Really, I'm really glad.
Rita. Rita. I think you better go. Come on.
Hello? Mr. Peyton?
Leslie? Where are you?
At the mill. There's been an accident, a tragic accident.
What happened?
I shot Lee Weber.
Is he badly hurt?
I thought he was an intruder. He came in without any word, any warning.
Have you called the police?
Yes, they're here now. I just gave them my statement.
Has Weber made a statement?
He wasn't in uniform. I thought he was breaking in. I fired.
Has Weber talked to the police?
I know what a terrible shock this is to you.
Have they taken Weber to the hospital?
I can't understand why he didn't announce himself.
Leslie, is he dead?
I wanted to tell you myself.
What happened to Weber?
Yes. Goodbye, Martin.
Leslie.